Azerbaijan Grand Prix, round 5 for the championship this season, located at the Baku City Circuit, the city of Baku, just on the edge of the Caspian Sea. First Grand Prix held here in 2016. There are 20 corners, 11 to the left, 9 to the right. 26 laps meet these drivers this evening with 18 minutes of short qualifying. We'll have to keep an eye on the podium drivers from last week at the Monaco Grand Prix, which was SF1 Harrison getting his championship back on track, with Dylan Smith finishing second, Cressy Football grabbing the third position and the final podium spot. I am SF1 Roads, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and get into qualifying here. 16 drivers have made it. We have a couple reserves in this evening, but we are here live at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Looking forward to it, and I would like to confirm that I believe, hopefully, keep your fingers crossed, that I have sorted the party issue with doing the podium interviews, so hopefully that's taken care of. Let me bump the car sound up just a bit. I can tell the game's just a little low. Let me know if the levels are good at home, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty sure they should be. But let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm gonna let you guys know that my daughter just woke up from a nap, so she is bouncing off the wall. So if you hear me pause for any moment or stop for any moment, you'll know why. She's running around the house in circles, chasing after me and pulling my laptop cords. You know, the given. But here, we're gonna get right into the action. Who is gonna be the first to cross the line? See if anybody's on an out lap. We do have Cressy Football, who is on a flying lap. Where is Seal? Seal is a little bit further. You hear her in the background. She's cheering these guys on. The Seal's there. I think Smith is actually further. No, 12. Where's Cressy? Cressy, I think, is the furthest up on right now with his flying lap here. So let's stay on board. I wonder what the rain is going to consist. If it's going to have any type of wet weather, or if they're going to have any kind of intermediates play in the consideration. Here we are going through the castle section. Cressy really smooth through there. Nicely done from the Williams driver. Ross getting himself into this race. It's good to see him. He actually grabbed the podium. Actually almost won. You guys, if you haven't seen that race of Tier 2 on Friday. Oh, Cressy has smacked the wall. So he's going to have to abort this lap and jump into the pits, give it another go. But yeah, if you guys haven't caught the Tier 2 race, the ending of that race was absolutely insane. Make sure you go and jump and watch it. Cressy, let's jump down to Dylan, see if he can finish his lap. Currently through Sector 2, he's 114. All eyes, oh my gosh, all eyes on SF1 Harrison as well as Smith. So Cressy does set a 140, so he does finish his lap. Welder goes to 139.8. Where is this man? A lot of these guys, you hear in the back. You have to keep an eye on this guy. What time is he going to set? Can he get a good run this evening? Smith sets a 39.3. I'm going to say Harrison's going to benefit from this race this evening, as the championship leader, the man he's chasing down, Tomo, is not here this evening. So K16 in the Alfa Romeo gets himself P2 with a 39.8. All right, taking a look down the field further. Harrison coming up to go in the castle section now. There's a lot of wings sitting on the left side of that track right now. I wonder whose that might be. That might be a Haas. I'm not sure if the Haas is here. Run it down. Give me a moment, guys. She's going nuts. All right, after I've been watching her and getting a good laugh in. So how is everybody? Is you guys enjoying your weekend so far? It looks like my daughter is for sure. So Ross, he did retire. He did retire from the session, but he is a reserve. He's a Tier 2 reserve. So the league rules this season are we have specific tier reserves that are looking for full-time seats. However, none of them were able to make it this evening. So Ross being the legend he himself, jumped into the outfit of reserve. He is a tier 2 driver, so if you're from a lower division and you reserve for a higher division, just to keep it safe for the guys ahead of you, we ask that the tier 2 guys or the tier 3 reserving for tier 2 do not set a qualifying lap or qualify. They can go out with a setup, that way they don't get the glitch. But other than that, we want to make sure that they don't try to put a lap in. They have to retire from the pits. But keeping an eye on the rest of these guys. Smith in the pits right now. Rayner looking quite strong so far this season, sitting, I forget, we'll have to look at the points as soon as we go in. We only have a couple minutes left, I think. A couple guys moving out of the way for the Mercedes driver. We have 11 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Lord Bumbledore, his teammate, I'm gonna shed a little light on SF1 Stig, kind of under the weather, but he's here this evening racing. You have to give this man quite a bit of props. He is on the medium compound, goes up to a 140 flat, so he's good enough for P6 right now on a medium. I wonder if anybody else is gonna try to improve on a medium compound. Take a look down the field. Is Harrison gonna finish this lap? DRS flap is open. Now he's gonna pull into the pits. I was gonna say, with the look of all the soft compounds, I was wondering if there's gonna be some kind of weather that struck this race, maybe rain, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be the case. Some of these guys are opting to go for a medium compound. Trying to keep my eye on anybody. We're gonna ride with a hot lap around, let's say, if Cressy gets a good run, where is he at? He's at a hot lap, so we're gonna ride on board with the Williams driver this evening, or a hot lap around the Baku City Circuit. It's once he gets himself around. He is currently in Sector 1, exiting Sector 1, going into Sector 2, coming up to the castle section, so we'll jump back on with him in a moment's time. Stig, is he still pushing? I'm not sure. Couple guys now on an out lap. K16 gets himself P3. Good enough. Jamie and his teammate Matt's looking strong this evening in the McLaren duo. So where is Cressy now? He's coming up. Keeping an eye on the rest of these guys. Amadale giving... Oh, Amadale's lost the Aston. He's swung around in a circle, and now he's missing his entire front wing. Definitely gonna have to box for a new front wing and give it another shot. Rayner pulls into the pits, so let's jump back with Cressy, who's gonna round the corner. We're gonna take you guys for a lap around the Baku City Circuit. Let's get all of that away. Get ready for this Williams driver to bring us around for a lap. Coming down the start-finish line, one of the longest straights in the Formula 1 calendar. Let's ride on board. Cressy football, Williams driver coming into turn 1. Take the esports line, definitely does that. Onto your left, easy on the throttle. You want to be quick out. Coming up to the second left, where the second DRS zone is going to be. He does have a tow, it looks like, from somebody ahead of him. I'm going to let you guys listen for a little bit while I take a sip of my nice coffee. Onto your third right, and then comes into your first right-hander. That was part of the track, is one that's a little bit... I noticed this part of the game too, is if you break a little uncrooked, you can actually lose the back end quite nicely in there. Well, not quite nicely, quite terribly. Cressy coming up now. Takes that chicane quite nicely. Up through the castle section, the famous part is we have... Oh, the Alpine welder retires in front. So Cressy is going to have to abandon this lap. But we'll stay on board, see what he does here. Around the fast Sector 3. Coming into a fast left-hander. You want to brake as hard as you can. Get the grip. Throttle down. Going downhill into another left-hander. There's a lot of left-handers in this part of the track. And that might have been an invalidation, but here is my favorite part. A lot of the guys on a wheel can really attest to how quick you can get around these S's here, and he's going to back out. But you guys can kind of get a general idea of the speed you can carry through the street circuit. Although they say that the Saudi Arabia track is going to be one of the fastest street circuits we have coming in. We're going to bounce with somebody else now. Hellboy sitting P9. Can he improve on his 41.5? The RS should be open. Can't tell. It definitely is. So can he improve on 41.5? He does to a 40 point flat. Six sitting in the pits. Right now, Smith still in that position to grab a pole. Jamie in second. Elise in third. So he has put K16 for third. Welder has retired from P5. Will he stay at P5 when the race starts this evening? Smith goes and puts in the fastest lap of the race. So I'm kind of keeping my eye on a GP race as well. Trying to finish this out. All right. That's going to do it for that. So Harrison sets a fastest lap of the race with a 130, or not race, but qualifying with a 138.7. 2/10 quicker than Smith currently. Can Smith answer back? Bumbledore is sitting quite nicely in P7 right now with a 39.9. Matt's 40. See what Eke can do on a medium compound. See if he can improve. He is on his way out now. Not sure how much time is left thanks to that Sector 2 yellow. Let's see if that clears. Yeah, so we have 5 minutes to go. I just saw it briefly. Amadale Rayner is still yet to get a time in this evening. How's everybody? I see a couple people tuning in. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you enjoy yourself. Stick around for the race because it's going to be very, very spicy, I'm sure. It always is around Azerbaijan, especially the Tier 3 race. If there's any Tier 3 drivers that are watching, they can contest to that. I heard quite a bit. I didn't get to actually watch the whole stream. Watched the beginning of it, but not the whole thing. Would have caught a couple laps had they not had a lot of guys pulling into the pits. Gonna put on a new set of tires and give it one last shot here. Matt seems to come out a little bit early once that clear track. Maybe he can get a little bit more speed out of that car. A little bit more pace with a clear track. Some guys do prefer that rather than catching a tow from somebody. Sometimes catching a tow could go wrong. As you saw, Cressy following SF1 Welder through the castle section, and Welder ended up destroying his car, clipping the wall. So, gearing down to the last lap here. Max will probably have about just enough time to run 2 laps if he wants to. But he is taking his good time getting around, so I think he's going to go for one final run here this evening. A lot of guys sitting in the pits. Eke is now on a flyer. Let's see what time he can get in with a medium compound. Is he going to be the only guy that runs for a medium race here? And he clips the wall on the right-hand side, so that's going to give him down a little bit, maybe a couple tenths, not maybe a 100ths. We'll have to find out in a bit. Matt's about to start his flying lap now. Has he pulled into the pits, though? He has. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get out. He's really going to have to hoof it if he wants to get another run in. So right now, Eke, the only man really putting a lap in, so we're going to stay on board with the Alpine driver. A little timid through the castle section. Cuts that corner just a bit, but he got away with it. No invalidation this time around. Getting really close to that wall on the exit. That's a purple sector 2, so this man is flying right now. Could he get himself one of the top positions to start this race on a medium compound? Coming down to the DRS zone right about now. It should be open. There we have it. What time is he going to set? Is it going to be a 39.2? Good enough for P3 on the grid with a medium compound. I think he's going to be quite happy with that. And probably save the tires and pull off. Harrison has joined. Oh, Harrison sitting in the pits. He's going to have to hope that his time sticks because I guess he lost connection at some point. I wonder who is the... What is it? The lobby host now. If he lost or if he backed out. He was hosting this lobby. So Amandale, did he retire from track? Hopefully not. Rainer going for a lap now. Can he steal pole position this evening in that Mercedes? We'll have to wait and see. This is his one final go. DRS is open. Can he push for at least a 38.6 to beat his teammate? Both Mercedes have been super strong in qualifying this season. Welcome to the guys who have joined so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. We're just about ready to finish qualifying up. Harrison currently holding on to that pole position. However, he lost connection, so he's not going to get another lap in here. So it's anybody's ball game as Rainer invalidates through that corner and just destroys the Mercedes. There goes the Alfa Romeo. Hopefully that didn't impede on K16's time. Oh boy. I think it has just a bit. K16 is overdone it in the castle section. I believe that Eke is done. Can Smith be one? Can Seal be one? Both the AlphaTauris. I think Seal is turned down for this lap. I'm not sure. Let's see. Smith's gonna come up through. Rainer's car is still sitting on that corner. My daughter's right here, so if anything happens, I'll have to keep an eye. But let's see if Smith can get himself a pole position. He sets a purple sector 2. Can he cross that line and get himself a pole for that AlphaTauri team? No, daughter. She's pushing on me as hard as she can. Can Smith grab it? He doesn't. He's only going to stay P3. As look, Stig gets himself into P4. A solid run for that Red Bull team. K16, who had an incident in the castle section. I think that's going to be it. Seal pulls into the pits. Yeah, so with a man that lost connection to the lobby, couldn't get a final run in, SF1 Harrison is going to grab pole position for this evening's Baku race. Yeah, I think he'll be pretty happy about that. That's going to do it for qualifying. Let's see, just as soon as K16 and Seal retire the cars, we'll be into the lobby where the drivers will have a 5-minute complimentary break, and where I'll give you guys a rundown of the points so far coming into round 5. And then we'll wait for those 5 red lights to drop. Yeah, there you go. Daughter is excited. We'll give you guys a rundown of qualifying this evening. SF1 Harrison grabs pole position here for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Seal P2. We have Smith P3, Stig P4, Eke P5, K16 P6. We have Elise P7, Jamie P8, Mats P9, Lord Bumbledore P10, SF1 Welder P11, Hellboy 12th, Cressy Football 13th, and a couple guys who couldn't get a time in. Amandale, we have Ross Plum, and we have Rainer. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now that we are in the lobby, let's give you guys a look at the points so far this season. Coming in the round 5, we will start with the combined constructors. Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 all work together as a team to score these points. Red Bull still lead the way early in the season with Ferrari sitting P2. We have Mercedes P3, Williams in P4, AlphaTauri is P5. We have Haas P6, Aston Martin is P7, McLaren in 8th. We have Alfa Romeo 9th, and we have Alpine still sitting 10th so far. Let's take a look at those driver standings. What is going on? Hubdy, how are you doing this evening? Stop spamming the chat. Tomo, the leader of the championship, not here this evening, so it could be in the hands of SF1 Harrison to try to gain a lot of points on the championship leader. We have Zero, who's not here this evening as well. In 3rd, Rayner sitting 4th. aka 5th, we have Stig 6th. We have Smith in 7th. Seal 8th. We have Got a Lisp in 9th. And we have Elise 10th. We have Hellboy in 11th. Amadeo 12th. Cressy Football 13th. Jamie 14th. Matt's 15th. Enzo is 16th. We have K16 17th. Lord Bumbledore 18th. SF1 Welder having a hard time so far this season, sitting in 19th. And Soap, who has not made it this evening. I believe we have a driver that is going to take that seat. I believe Hubdy knows who that is. Red Bulls, yeah, Bulls all the way. We have Plum and Hubdy cheering on for the Red Bull team. But I'm going to leave this on screen, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to relax my voice and get ready for 26 laps around this race. It is going to be spicy. It looks like it's a clear race, too, for these guys. So get ready. We're going to get ready to go racing probably in about on the 03, 04 mark. So stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to go racing. I'm gonna get these points off screen now so we can watch the formation lap. 5 red lights of what we're gonna wait for as soon as these guys pull around. I'm actually going to do this quick. I'm gonna get rid of this map. I can't stand that map for some reason. It's just a streaming preference. Let's take a look at the tires before we jump into that. I'm gonna disable that. I'm all over the place this evening. So, a couple guys on the mediums, a lot of guys on the softs. Get rid of that and watch these guys get these tires up to temperature on the formation lap. Let's see how these guys get on this evening. Hopefully this is a cleaner race than what we saw in T3's race. I believe it should be. However, the Monaco race was interesting to say the least last week. Take a look down through the field. So that AlphaTauri team is looking, rather strong. They were really quick in Monaco as well. Stig looking quite quick this evening. Really good showing from both McLarens. Look pretty quick. Is anybody missing a helmet this evening? Doesn't look like it. Keep an eye on some of these guys. Everybody rounding the corners now. And there we go. There we do have one of the drivers missing a helmet. It is going to be Rainer in that Mercedes. Coming into the castle section now. Oh, Harrison, a little jumpy through that castle section on the formation lap. What is going on? So the 14 viewers this evening, glad you guys are here to watch this race. Make sure you stay tuned. If you haven't already, subscribe. We race on Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Tier 3 on Thursday, Friday is Tier 2, and Sunday with myself here for GP, or I almost said GP1. We used to be GPs. We have Jamie, who's disqualified, so he's put himself on the 90 step along with Elise. Cold tires are going to be their start. But Tier 1 races on Sundays. You guys hear slamming? That is my daughter playing her keyboard. She's going ham on that thing. I do apologize. She's right next to me. She just woke up from a nap. She's having a heck of a time. Hellboy puts himself on the 90 step as well with Amundale. Keep an eye down the field. Getting ready to roll up. You have Cressy putting the car into the wall. Was that Cressy or was that Elise? I'm not quite sure. I'm surprised he didn't get any damage from that. I remember, I think it was 2018 where they introduced the fact that if you crash on the formation lap, you carry that damage within the race. So we'll see. There's the man. There's Rainer. Let's take a look down the field. Everybody now getting into the grid spots, getting ready for these lights to drop. Where is the final guy? Where is Rainer? There he is. There's Harrison now lining up. 15 viewers. What is going on, guys? Waiting for those 5 red lights here in Baku. Looks like everybody's into the grid spot. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to go? Racing 26 laps around this Grand Prix. Here we go. Give me a better camera angle. I believe that's the right one. 5 red lights are lit. Ladies and gentlemen, we are racing at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Who can get a better start? Can Smith get a good start coming into turn 1? Harrison's going to hold off. Smith's going to take the inside line. It looks like that's just about... Oh, we have cars going wide. Hopefully no damage. A lot of guys fighting for positions in the back. Jump back through the top. Harrison leads the way. Both AlphaTauris following him. Where has that the Red Bull's gone to 5th now? I believe that's Eke has moved up a position coming into turn 3. Everybody slow through, single file, nicely done. Not seen any carbon fiber flying just yet. Where is the other Mercedes? I'm not quite sure what happened to him. Everybody kind of nicely done so far through this first lap. It will be interesting coming into... Let's jump on board with the Alpine driver as he's going to go for a squeeze on that Ferrari, trying to give you guys a little bit of onboard action this opening lap. Oh, Williams. Coming in. Oh, that was definitely McLaren. And the other McLaren, have the teammates made contact? I believe that we have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. We have a virtual safety car for the McLaren team. One of us is missing his end plate. The other is missing his entire front wing. So we'll get the Delta back up for you guys. Interesting how things turn out. I think both McLarens have made contact in this opening lap here. So virtual safety car is now out. Depending on how long these guys go, I think it should close up pretty quickly. Abdi in the chat says, woohoo, we went for it. Oh, woo, wow, he went for it. Yeah, he definitely did go for it. I think he's talking about the Williams on the Ferrari in that chicane. So Welder's into the pits. Is he going to get himself a new front wing out of this? I believe both McLarens. Is he actually going to let his teammate go? What is this about? Interesting. What is Matt's... Interesting. So we're back to racing, though. Virtual safety car is gone. Harrison retains the lead. Jamie has retired from the session. I'm not sure what happened there. I hope that doesn't give him the glitch, and Mads is going to be stuck in the pits. We'll have to keep an eye on this. Sorry. I will jump back to the action as K16 takes over. Oh, big scrap going on between the two drivers of Stig and K16. Mediums for the other McLaren with a new front wing. That's good to see. That glitch hasn't carried over into this game. So Mats is back on the way. Let's jump on board with K16 and Stig. Stig almost gets out of shape there going through the castle section. Lord Bumbledore in P7 right now. Following his teammate as Bumbledore has crashed. I just saw the corner of it. Bumbledore, is that going to be a safety car? That would help out Welder, Elise, and Max quite a lot. Oh, unfortunate for Bumbledore. He's riding so good. P7. No safety car, I don't think. Just the yellow sector 2. SF1 Carlos said, well, the sector 3 yellow, I think it's going to stay just a sector 3. Harrison still leads the way. Ken Smith getting himself closer. As well as Seal running P2 and P3. Solid running so far from the AlphaTauri team. I kind of stumble over Alfa Romeo and AlphaTauri quite a bit. But TR Sensation, if he's watching, he's going to be mighty pleased. Smith does have DRS on his teammate, but he's not going to be close enough for a move. How's Eke doing? He's on those medium compounds, so he's going to run the soft compound towards the end of this race if there's no safety car towards the end. Cheers to you guys tuning in. Really appreciate it, especially if you guys commenting. Keep the comments coming, guys. Keeping me entertained. P16 running P5, Hellboy's P6. Ross in P10 right now. Alfa Romeo, I have to give a shout out to Ross. Ross is a tier 2 driver, and he's running top 10 right now in a tier 1 race, so that is good to see. Can he keep this pace up? It is a tight track. Welder is a little bit down the field. Incident in the first laps. Seal 1.8 now behind. Let's jump on board with his teammate Smith. Can he get himself closer? What has happened? Welder has retired from the race. He is DNF'd. Let's jump on board with Elise. Where has this happened? Through the castle section again. Through the castle section, and now we do have a full course safety car. What has happened to these guys? And that's probably made Stig question going through there. So let's see, a lot of the front running guys are going to pop in for their medium compound. Both AlphaTauris are going to do the same. K16's in. Is anybody going to stay out? Eke, I believe, is the one that stayed out. He's going to be the first man to pick up the safety car, which right there it is. Amandale stays out. Rayner stays out without a helmet. He's pulling circa Weber. I believe it was 2017 Weber retired. I can't remember. Or it was 2016, one of the two. What in the heck is that? Oh, SF1 Carlos puts a little smiley devil in the chat. How are you, SF1 Carlos? How was your day today? I was working. You guys hear my daughter in the background. She's going ham this evening. It is adorable. This man leading the way, picking the medium compound. Sorry if thought I heard something in the chat. We'll keep back here. Oof, I hear my niece. How is she? She's excited. She woke up from a great nap this evening, so she's going crazy around the house. So, safety car right now. Let's see where the guys are. Matt's a little down the field. Stig coming through the castle section now. Looks like Ross has caught up to the back of the pack, so it's just waiting on Elise, Stig, and Mats. Don't think we'll be going back to racing just this time around. I think we're gonna have one more lap. Mega fun in the making. Yeah, you'd say that. It makes streaming interesting, that's for sure. So, lap 4, coming up to lap 5. Already down 3 drivers. How many drivers are gonna survive this race? That was my question. I honestly couldn't tell you. I know a lot of guys could go from a medium to a soft run or a soft to medium. I think it's close to the last game, Carlos, but I think Ross wants that extra grip towards the end. If a lot of these guys are going to try to run mediums to the end of this race. But saying that, he's going to be kind of slow in the first couple laps unless he can get those tires up to temperature. Which you can see he's definitely weaving back and forth, trying to build temperature up into those. We're just waiting on Mats to pull up to the back of the pack. We should be going back to racing after this lap. All right. That's 16 seconds down, 15. Is Rainer still missing his helmet? That is a question we have to find out, and he is. I mean, how hard is it for this? I mean, this glitch is just ridiculous. Like, let's jump on board. All you see is that fire safety mat you put around. They have a name for it. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head right now, but it's just like, it's hysterical. It's absolutely hysterical. As you guys can say, esports ready this game is. Take a look now. Eke leading. Race control should let us know in a moment's time if we should be able to go back to race. Yes, it is now on the board here. Safety car is in this lap, so Eke is going to slow these guys up and bunch them as much. Oh, what has happened to Ross? What in the world was that? Has he lost it on his own, or something happened ahead of him? Nobody else ahead of him has damage that I can tell. Okay, that was interesting. When is Eke gonna send these guys? Still weaving back and forth. In the plunge. There goes Eke now, putting the throttle down. Is Rainer gonna get a run on Armadale going into turn 1? He's gone for the inside line. Can he get the job? No, he's going for the outside line. Armadale's going to hold the inside line. A lot of guys going through turn 1 now. Squeaky clean. There's a Williams wide. All right, so now we're down to 12 drivers with only 6 laps in here. Jump on board with Stig. Is anybody going to try to go for a moving into turn 3? Everybody's going to go single file. Nicely done. As Matt's gonna try to force a move around the Williams. No, he's gonna hold back just behind. Wait for a better opportunity. Eke 4/10 ahead of Armadale right now. Rainer just behind. What has happened to K16? He's around. Doesn't look like he has any damage though. And now he definitely has the damage. Oh my gosh. Is that gonna be another safety car? I don't think so since he's by himself, but so there's the, oh my gosh, another safety car. K16 has left the session. It has been an interesting race so far. Down to 11 drivers. Does that mean some of these guys that have pit are going to stay out? Definitely for the guys that put on a fresh medium compound. For these guys like Eke, Armadale, Rainer, are they going to die for the pits? and put on a different compound, or are they going to stay out on those medium compounds? We'll have to wait and see. Look at that lovely aerial camera of Baku. Bad chaos, yeah. That chaos is definitely the right word. Ice. I'll be the at least 6 more safety cars, possibly. Pit for hearts, everyone. Let's see. No, Eke's gonna stay out. What are you doing? What are you doing, Cecily? She's chilling right behind me. Here, you want my paper? You can have this. I don't. A couple people have dove for the hard compound. It looks like Stig has done so. What has happened to Hellboy here? Not quite sure. At least getting a new front wing and putting on a new fresh medium compound. Probably his last. 18 viewers. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. If you're just tuning in, absolute chaos. As Ice put in the chat, that chaos is definitely the right word for this. Let's ride up board on the man who's leading this race so far. Coming from a race last week that had a safety car glitch to coming into this race having a virtual safety car and 2 safety cars so far. So right now, I would have to say the 2 teams that have a good shot at a lot of points, the AlphaTauri team still alive in this, as well as the Mercedes team still alive. They can make a lot of points up on the Ferrari team and the Red Bull team. Sorry, Hubs, if you're listening. Red Bull's in the mud tonight. You have to give Stig a lot of prompt, though. He did make the race this evening. I'm surprised the safety car is not coming in. These guys are pretty much right behind the pack. They're going to catch him right now, unless we get a late call from race control. It's not going to happen, so we're going to have another lap behind the safety car. I have no idea how this is going to play out. I really don't. I offended him to have a rest. Or I offered him to have a rest. You know Stig. You give him an offer, he's not going to take it. He wants to race. That is one reason why I had him in my team during the Alpha days. You knew the man was going to race no matter what. And, I mean, apart from the on-track penalties that he picked up, he still always finished the race. I think he's going to finish this evening. He is on a hard compound, so we're going to see how this goes. As we saw, it didn't quite work out for Ross. I think he didn't have the tires up to temperature and he tried to push the limits a little bit too much. Hopefully Stig doesn't run into that. Yeah, that's true. No matter what, pens are improving. I haven't seen him get many this season. What a good time to sign him for the Red Bull team, Hubs. Because I'm pretty sure I probably got gray hair from it last year. No gray hair yet. So race control should tell us we're going back to racing here. Usually comes on the downhill left-hand turn, which they're coming up to now. Eke is going to bunch these guys up yet again. Tried to have quite a good start like he did last time. He just shot away from Amundale, sitting P2. What a race from Amundale so far. A little bit of struggles in the early season so far for the Aston Martin driver, but currently sitting P2 in this race. Race control lets us know safety car is going to be in this lap. Back to racing in just a moment. Eke is going to bunch these guys up. Let's get a restart of Harrison's point of view. Nobody has a track pen so far either. That's a good thing to point out, actually. I mean, I know we're only 8 laps into this race, but no track penalties so far. When is AK going to send a bunch? He's going to go now. Can Amadale get a good run? Is Rainer going to hold on to a run? As we have somebody going for a move. It's Hellboy. He's going to go for a move on RML Mats. Does he make it stick? He goes a little wide, but it looks like he's going to hold. Oh, they're going to go side by side into turn 2. Is this going to work out for them? Little bit of a squeeze. Stig puts himself past Elise. The move stuck, so Mats gets back up to P8. Stig works his way up to P10. I'm just wondering, was that a good opportunity for Eke to pit? Now, if I believe these guys, if they stay green for the rest of the race, the top 3 are going to have to pit, and the guys behind them don't have to pit. I think no, they don't, because Harrison started on a soft. Seal and Smith started on a soft as well. Keep an eye on some of these guys. Going through the castle section, Cressy's got a little bit of glitching going on my screen. Jump to Mats. Where's Hellboy? Harrison following his teammate Rainer. This could get interesting. Is Bono gonna call one of them? Or James gonna call one of them? Coming down to the Fast X section in Sector 3. My goodness, ladies and gentlemen, after a couple chaotic laps, I think we're gonna put in a lap without an incident. Look at the run Amadale is getting on Eke. Can Amadale get this lead? Oh, we have Rainer swapping positions with his teammate. That almost left him vulnerable to Seal. Seal gets a little out of shape in the rear, but he keeps hold of that car. I think this is pretty straightforward. I don't even think we've had DRS yet in this race, to be honest. I've only seen it in qualifying so far. Can we go 3 laps without an incident? Then we can start really having those toes play a big factor. Saw him play a factor. Is Stig gonna look for a move on Hellboy? Puts the car in the inside. Oh! That might be looked at the stewards after this race. The gap was there, but a little bit of an extra squeeze towards the end sent the Ferrari into the wall. Stig works his way up to P9 on a hard compound. I think Hellboy now has a bit of damage. I don't see any on the front wing, but he might have a little bit of side pod damage. Oh, he's definitely going to have damage now. He's not missing an end plate on my screen, but I can definitely tell he's missing in something. Oh, what a move from Harrison to go around Amadale. Amadale holding on as much as he can. He's catching a toe from Eke going into turn 1. This is going to be interesting. Who's going to back out? I don't think either are going to back out side by side. Are they going to go side by side into turn 2 as well? Yeah, nope, it's not going to happen. Harrison gets ahead of Amadale going into turn 2. That was close. Both the AlphaTauris are sitting quietly. Keep an eye on these two. I wonder if these guys are just following what's happening ahead of them. How's Cressy? Cressy sitting P7. Hellboy does decide to pit. Sets on a new medium compound, and he's going to go on his way to the track again. Eke still leading this way. 10 laps on those medium compounds, though. He's right on board with Eke through the castle section. Does have that Mercedes chasing him. Amadale's right there as well. Oh, those guys are getting so close to the wall. Is Harrison going to have DRS? We're going to have to keep an eye. I'm going to actually stay on board with this because this is quite a nice view right now. Will Harrison get the run on Eke? He's gaining. Yes, that's my daughter saying he's gaining. There goes Harrison on the inside. DRS is available to these guys. Where's Amandale? He's too far back. Rainer thinking about making a move on Amandale. Goes for the inside line. I think that is job done. Rainer's back up to P3. Eke falls to P2. So now it is going to get really interesting with all these guys being within DRS range of each other. The only guy that's left out is Mats. Should have DRS. Stig's a little far down the road. You can tell Harrison wants this race. You definitely can tell Harrison wants this race. I'm keeping an eye on those AlphaTauri drivers, though. I really think something is going to come up with those guys. They might score some big points, but I can't count out two Mercedes drivers, currently P1 and P3. Eke's kind of sandwiched in between the two Mercedes. Is Seal gonna get a nice run on Amandale? We see Cressy tag the wall just a bit on that rear end. Here goes the two AlphaTauris. Everybody though is within DRS range. I don't think anybody's gonna move position here. Eke is now out of DRS range. Oh, there goes the McLaren. That's Matt. Does not have a front wing now. He's gonna have to box. Hey, look at the train of DRS. Oh, Seal and Amandale. Seal makes the move. Is Dylan's gonna think about it. Not quite yet, but this is gonna give Amandale DRS. I think he's a little too far behind to think about a move though. Don't try to Daniel Ricciardo it. He's not going to. Okay, that's good. Pressy sitting there. Where is Stig? 5.4 seconds down the road. So this right now, quite a battle for these guys. Carlos, if their tires are going off that soon, Stig might be on something with 14 laps left. True. Very true. Good catch, Carlos. Sector 1 yellow. Mats is spun out again on a fresh set of mediums. Trying to keep that McLaren clean of damage. And he's back on his way now. And he has left the session. I think he's had enough. So it's down to 10 drivers. 16 started, 10 might be the ones that finish this session. Anybody super close? Oh! Pressy's really hit the wall that time. I'm surprised that wing. And that's a glitch too in this game. Doesn't show me when these guys have front wing damage. As Amandale gets the first track penalty of this evening on lap 13. Will Smith get a good run on Amandale just ahead of him. He's getting closer. DRS right about now. Amandale does have it ahead of him too. What a run that Seal has though. Or Smith, that is. Going into turn 1. Wish I could have made it tonight. 0. Yes, we definitely miss you. Hope whatever you're doing is far better than trying to survive Baku, because this is interesting. Smith gets a nice tangle with the Aston Martin driver. So both AlphaTauris, 4th and 5th. 9 laps on their mediums. Rainer ahead with Eke and his teammate. It is really a survive situation. Cressy pulls into the pits for a hard compound. With just about 12 laps remaining here. Keep an eye on this man. Is he catching these guys ahead of him? No, he's losing a little bit of time still. Was 5.4, now to 7. Rainer, oh, what has happened to Eke? Eke has had a moment in the castle section. He hasn't retired the car. Let's see. Oh, he's pulled off. I think he's waiting for everybody to pass him. He's dropped now to P8. He's probably going to have to pit. I wonder if those mediums are starting to really feel the tire deg. Both Mercedes now, 1, 2, AlphaTauri, 3 and 4. I think both teams would be super happy with that. Don't know what's worse, work or Baku. I think Baku sometimes, depending on what it is you're doing at work right now, mate. So, is this man gonna box? He does have damage on that front wing. Oh, he's crashed. Wow. I am surprised that car did not get DNF. Is he gonna pull into the pits and retire the car? We'll stay on board with that guy to see what he does. Slow the car. Oh, that was close. And he gets himself a 5-second for speeding into the pit lane. He's retired the car. I think he's had enough. So, down to 8 or 9 drive. Yeah. 9 drivers. This man leading the way. Rainer P2, Seals P3. Bit of a gap now. 11 laps remaining. What is going to happen in these 11 laps? Stay on board with Seal and his teammates Smith, who are the closest on track. Sector 1 yellow. Something has happened to Cressy. Cressy is facing the wrong way. Yeah, ended up in the brake zone. On his way again, though. Is Matt still? Yeah, he's still ghosting, so if he's still ghosting, I don't know if he can get himself back into this lobby or not. Cressy not enjoying this evening right now. Keep an eye on these two. I wonder if Cressy is trying to retire the car. Hopefully he doesn't do it on track. Smith does have DRS on his teammate Seal, pulling that AlphaTauri closer to his teammate. Nice little battle that might happen between these two. These two could have a double AlphaTauri podium because Rainer does have to pit. 15-lap-old mediums yet to pit in this race. He is getting closer and closer to his teammate. His teammate's getting closer to Rainer just ahead, as Harrison opens up a near 3-second gap between himself and his teammate. Eke doesn't retire from the thick of it. I think that was the first time I ever seen him do it. Yeah, it's pretty much the first time I've seen him do it as well. Kind of have a breather here now. I can relax my voice a little bit. Yeah, what do you guys think the most surprising thing is so far of this race? I would actually say I would have expected more of these guys to survive this race, but the fact that we have nearly 10, or not 10, but 5 to 6 people that have crashed out of this race, it's a test to showing how different 21 is compared to 20. Some of these guys still really struggling early on in the season. Is Smith gonna go for the pits? He is. He's gonna box. He's gonna go for a soft compound, I believe, and try to take this to the end. Rainer is gonna go for the 1-stop, I believe. Let's see what Smith does here. No, he's gonna go for another set of mediums. I wonder if his mediums were dying off. Let's put Stig up to P5. What is his teammate gonna do? He is chasing down Rainer ahead of him. Gap at the top, still around that 3-second mark. Rainer really putting the pace down on those medium compounds. 16 laps on him so far. I believe he's gonna pit and go for a soft compound. Possibly run for the fastest lap of the race. Nobody else has dived for a soft compound yet. Let's Seal chasing down Rainer, closest battle on track. We'll have to keep an eye on Stig and what happens with those hard compounds. Just 9 laps remain in this race. Can these guys survive 9 more laps? We're gonna have to find out. Riding on board with Seal. Can he get close to Rainer? Rainer yet to dive. Is he going to dive right now? No, he's going to stay out. Seal's actually going to dive for the pits. Pressy has retired from the race. Is that going to be a safety car? Safety car, ladies and gentlemen. All right. You thought it was boring now. It's now a lot more spicy. What is going to happen here in the closing stages of this race? Who is going to die for the pits? My daughter is trying to get to my cord so bad. Give me one moment, ladies and gentlemen. Keep aboard with these guys diving for the pits. So a lot of guys, let's see if Hellboy dives for a soft compound. He should. And a new front wing for that matter. And he's gonna serve his 5-second, I guess, for speeding in the pit lane, so he's gonna be clear of penalties. Soft compounds do go on. Amadale and Stig put on a soft compound as well. A couple of guys, Seal and Smith, put on a medium compound, so they might have just caught themselves out. Let's see if they re-dive for the pits. So Harrison, our leader, is into the pits. Keep an eye on Rainer. No helmet still in this race, but I think he's going to dive for the pits as well and put on a soft compound. So both Mercedes diving into the pits for a soft compound. Could they have a 1-2 this evening? Is Seal going to dive? No, Seal's not going to dive. Is Smith going to dive? No, they're not going to. Amadale. Stig. Smith gets himself a 3-second time penalty. He must have got that on the exit of the pits. He did, or he got it on the first corner, so that could affect him on the end of this race. Could we have a shootout for the lead of this race like we did in Tier 2? Mats, I wonder if his ghosting car is going to dive for the pits. No, it's going to stay out. So everybody's going to bunch up now. Wait for these guys to collect. Interesting. So it could be, I don't know. Those softs do go off rather quickly. It's going to be up to Harrison and Rainer to hold on to those cars because we have both AlphaTauris on a medium compound. However, one of them does have a time penalty. Pretty much 8 drivers left in this race. But that being said, I think we're going to have a shootout for the win. Harrison really wants this. He wants to put as many points on that board to try to get himself closer to Tomo in the championship. Tomo not being here this evening. Not going to go racing just yet, so we might have a 5-lap shootout. Unica Backrash GP. Yep. Exactly that, mate. All right, so Seal currently Kimi Räikkönen it on the safety car situation. Smith doing just about the same. Rayner, I just have a glitch now. It's telling me the Rayner hasn't put any laps on his soft compounds, which is kind of annoying. I would give you guys an update on the penalties, but the two that you see on the board, Smith and Amadeo, both a 3-second time penalty. So nothing more, nothing less for those two drivers. We'll see how this is going to finish, though. This could get interesting. Just waiting on this man to catch the back of the pack. It's going down the start-finish line now. These guys coming into turn 3, I believe. Should be going back to racing 5 laps shootout for the victory in no time. I think the safety car will win. At this point, this is the 3rd safety car. Yeah, it could. It could very much well win, depending on how aggressive these guys get towards the end. I mean, you could have anybody from Harrison, Seal, Rayner going for the win. Stig could go for the win. Guys coming into the castle section. Hellboy now. He's going to have the temperature in his tires once we go back to racing, though. So this could help him quite a bit with the guy with Elise ahead on the medium compound. 6-lap-old mediums. But it's going to get really spicy with these few drivers that do remain. Appreciate you guys sticking around for the end of this race. I know it got a little boring at moments, especially the last stint, but this safety car has really spiced up the finish of this race. Safety car should come in. Yep, there we have it. Race control has let us know that safety car is going to come in. Seal gets a little out of shape there. We'll wait for this man to restart this race. When is he going to go? How much is he going to back these guys up? He's got to be a little careful wheeling that car, steering the car the way he's doing, weaving back and forth. Seal sitting right behind, not having any of it. Just waiting. There they go. Harrison starts. Seal right behind. There is, I believe this is his teammate. Who's going for what? Into turn 1. Oh, that was close. Harrison holds on to the lead. Seal's right behind. Oh boy, we gotta jump aboard. Stig's point of view here. A lot of guys jostling for positions. There's the Aston Martin tax. Oh, that's close. Stig's gonna get a run on the Aston Martin. Puts himself up in position. Let's get the Delta back up for you guys. Harrison holding on to the lead. Seal down 1 second already. Rayner is looking quite strong. Could be a Mercedes 1-2 this evening, which could help him big time in the combined. Rayner cut that corner quite a bit. I wonder how many warnings that driver is sitting on. Mats, it's annoying that his car is ghosting, but he's up with a P8. Something is happening to Elise. He is down to P9. He's definitely missing part of his front wing. Unfortunate for the Williams driver this evening. Harrison holding onto this lead. Where is Rayner now? He is right behind. No, he's not right behind. He does have Smith right behind him though. Stig trying to chase these two down. Stig getting really close to that wall. He does have Almondale right behind him. Can Stig get closer to these guys ahead? Lap 21 in the books, coming up to lap 22. Giving us 4 laps left in this Baku race. Actually, Harrison sets the fastest lap that time. Oh no, Amadeo's lost the back rear end of the car. He's gonna have to spin that car around and get going again. Elise is pulled into the pits. Is he going to retire this car? No, he's just going to come in. Finish out this race on a soft compound with a new front wing. Let's jump back for the action. Big action going on between Smith and Rayner. Rayner trying to hold close. DRS won't be enabled just yet for these drivers, so I think they have one more lap. The conclusion of lap 23 might give it back to him. I'm not quite sure. It might be after the end of this lap. That's a lovely shot. Stig really trying to get closer to these guys in the sister team of the AlphaTauri. Rayner inching closer to Seal just ahead. Harrison's already opened up a 2.1 gap. I think without his helmet, Rayner is fastest, less weight, and more fearless. Pressy Football has left the session. Unfortunate race for him this evening, resulting in a DNF. Seal, there's Rayner. As Rayner got a better run out of the S's, carry the speed. I haven't seen a pop-up of DRS yet. DRS, all right. So, ladies and gentlemen, a 3-lap shootout with DRS enabled. Rayner is going to have a run on him after turn 2. Drops that DRS. Is he close enough for a move? He is trying to push that Mercedes. I wouldn't go for it yet, Rayner. No, back out. Okay, perfect. Just gonna wait for that right opportunity to make a run for it. This is the closest battle going on track, even though Hellboy has overtaken Mats. That's a ghosting Mats. Amandale is gonna be right behind their McLaren as well. Smith really having a look here. All the while, Harrison is just pulling away ahead. Amandale gets around Hellboy. Amandale makes a move around Hellboy. What has happened there? He made a nice move around. Interesting. Seal really trying to hold on to this P2. He does have a fast Mercedes on a brand new soft compound right behind him. Can Rayner get himself onto a podium position this evening? Where is Stig in this? He is 2 seconds down. Jump on board with Rayner in that Merc. This should be job done and dusted once that DRS comes open. I can tell he has overtake on as well. DRS is enabled. How about his teammate? There goes a move. Seal trying to block it off. It's close, almost contact made, but nothing has done. Side by side going into turn 1. Still holding on to each other side by side into turn 2. Oh, Seal, collects his teammate in the back. Oh, Hellboy has damaged diffuser. Oh no, Seal's gonna go back for it. Not close enough. They have made contact, so both AlphaTauris sitting P3 and P4. Now here's an interesting question. Rayner has 3 seconds separating himself from his teammate. Is Rayner going to go for this victory? Can he put that throttle down and catch the back of his teammate? 2.8 seconds. Is he chasing him down? Seal trying to hold on to the back of Rayner. I think Seal or Smith has a little bit of front end damage from that collision with his teammate. Can Stig pounce here on Smith in the closing stages? This man leading the way, pole position. Can he get the fastest lap and the victory? Kind of a grand slam, if you will. This man trying to chase down his teammate. 2.6 now. Stig getting closer to Smith. Let's jump on board, give you a review mirror. Red Bull is gaining and gaining on the sister team. Stig should have DRS. I don't think he's close enough, to be honest. He's gonna get close and closer into turn 1, but not close enough for a move. Oh, is this going to be closer though in turn 2? DRS will be enabled for Stig and that Red Bull. DRS is open and Stig going to try to go for the gap. At least gets himself a 3-second time penalty. Stig's going to think about it. Oh, Stig's going to go for the outside move on Dylan Smith. Can he make it stick? He does. Stig, oh, did Stig tag the wall? I have no idea. Both close to each other. Rainer now 2.5 from his teammate. Seal 1.4. Can Stig get himself on a podium? This is the penultimate lap of this Grand Prix. What a crazy Grand Prix it's been. As Hellboy's pulled into the pits. Damage to his diffuser, like Hunica has told us in the chat. This man trying to put more points on the board to collect himself and get himself closer to Tamo. Maybe try to retake the championship lead. Bravo, let's go, Mercs. SF1 Bravo in the chat. Probably super happy about this. Mercs 1-2 right now. Stig's 3.6, 3.7. Seal really trying to chase down Rainer just ahead. He's going to catch that toe, but I don't think he's going to be close enough for DRS come turn 2. Unless something happens to Rainer in this corner. No, Rainer takes that quite nicely. This man on a final lap of the race. Can he pull the victory out this evening? Just one more lap to concentrate on. Rainer trying to bring that Merc home as a 1-2 this evening. Stig in P4. Can he get himself closer? If Seal gets himself a time penalty, Stig's got to find that time. If somebody's gotten himself a time penalty, Elise has. I'm not sure what happened. If I missed it earlier in the broadcast. And this man leading the charge. Seal trying to chase down Rainer for P2. Harrison through the castle section now. Get that out of the way. Oh, lovely aerial camera for the final lap. Rounding the final few corners left. This man has won, or not won yet. Anything could happen, but has run a quiet race. A strategic race, stayed alive, kept his head through, kept that focus, and has put in the performance to grab himself pole position. And ladies and gentlemen, your winner for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, and I think to possibly take the lead of the championship after this race, SF1 Harrison crosses P1 for this evening, his teammate in P2, and Seal P3, SF1 Sig comes home P4 after he wasn't sure if he was gonna race, but solid job for himself. Smith P5, Amandale. Will he stay there? Depending on the time penalties, I'm not sure. Let's see, Amandale's gonna cross the line. P6 for that Aston Martin team. And Mats is ghosting, but Elise is gonna cross the line in P8. What a race that was. Very, really interesting survival race, I would say. So this man's gonna cross the line. P8 to bring up your final finishers this evening. Job done for the guys that finished this race. At least P8 in the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Race rundown for you guys. SF1 Harrison wins with the fastest lap too, so 3 extra points in the bag for himself this evening. Solid race from himself. Rainer, what a race for himself. Driver of the day. I would have to agree with that. Seal P3, Stig P4. We have Smith P5, Amadale P6, Mats P7, Elise P8, Hellboy P9, Cressy. Unfortunately, this is a list of drivers we've lost out, which would be Cressy, Eke, K16, Ross, Welder, Lord Bumbledore, and Jamie. Interesting race that was. All right, so hopefully, cross your fingers, I fixed this. I believe I fixed this. We're gonna get the podium interviewers in here to start this podium interview session. So let's cross into this. Get these guys in. One of them is already here.
Bonus here as well.
It just needs Seal. Right, just waiting on Seal, see if he joins. I'm stuck on the the finishing screen, but that's no worries. Give him. There he is. All right, Seal's here. Seal, can you hear me? Just to make sure.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So we're gonna get this podium interview underway, ladies and gentlemen. Seal, we're gonna start with P3. What a job for the team this evening for AlphaTauri. You, yourself, and Smith keeping it quite clean. Opting to go for the medium run or the medium tire towards the end of the race, though, when a lot of these guys box for the soft compound of the last safety car. But still, pulling that P3, it's a solid job, solid podium. Give us a rundown of your race.
Yeah, it was a good start, to be fair. Struggled a lot on the soft tyres at the start. Went off very quickly. Was losing a lot of time to the Mercedes. Didn't mean to go for the mediums at the end. Should have gone soft, but I didn't realise how many laps were left. So I should have gone soft in hindsight, but still a good result.
Solid result indeed. Congratulations. Hopefully your luck carries over to the Canadian Grand Prix next week. Good talking to you, Seal.
Hopefully so. Thank you.
All right, we'll move it on to the man that was voted driver of the day from the game, and I have to almost agree, starting pretty much, I think, P15 or so. Rainer,
6 then.
I would say you can correct me if I'm wrong. Starting P16, flying your way up through the field and grabbing yourself a podium right behind your teammate. Solid points for the Merc team. Give us a rundown of your race, because it's kind of chaotic ahead of you.
Yeah. Fun fact, I made 2 overtakes in that entire race. The rest of it was just people crashing or whatever. There was the 2 AlphaTauris at the end of the only actual overtakes I made. It's right. Start at the back from every week. Start at the back from every week as well, because this and Bahrain, the only podiums I've had, started at the back in both of them. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to qualify next week.
Well, hopefully, I know we have Canadian Grand Prix. Are you looking forward to that race next week?
Not really. Yeah. Not really. I'll tell you what, I really like Baku, and it was a shame to invalidate every single run. But no, I don't really like Canada, so
I'm in the same boat as you. I could never stand
this one.
I could never stand Canada. But congratulations this evening, Rainer.
Cheers.
All right, we'll move it on to the man that really wanted me to fix my comms problem last week. But so I told him that he's going to help me fix it this week. So hopefully you guys can hear him talking. SF1 Harrison grabs yet another win after the Monaco Grand Prix last week. He wins at Baku this week, I think, to give yourself the championship lead against Tomo. So I'm just going to let you have the floor. Harrison grabbing pole position, the fastest lap of the race, and the win. Kind of a grand slam. Give us a rundown of your race.
The Triple Grand Slam was pretty much a quiet race. Once, obviously, I broke the DRS from the cars behind before that first safety car. It was just about managing the tyres until the pit stops. But the safety car was kind of annoying, but kind of adventurous as well, because I was going to do a soft to medium run if that second safety car didn't come out. Sorry, the third one, sorry. But it was, obviously I came out in third on that first one, if I remember correctly, or fourth. Got past the guys ahead, including my teammate, and then obviously that last safety car came out. It was my plan to go to the end, but I just stuck the softs on, otherwise I would have been a sitting duck on the restart. But I'm happy for the win, and it's a 1-2 for Mercedes for the constructors as well. And hopefully we can try and win it this year.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it was a good job from both of the Mercs tonight. Canadian Grand Prix next week. Give us an idea of what you're looking forward to, or if you're gonna hate it next week.
I'm actually looking forward to it. I've done 2 Canadian races already on this game, and my pace has been pretty good. So I'm hoping for another winner or top 3 next week.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for your podium interviews this evening. One final congrats to Seal, Rayner, and Harrison for grabbing 1, 2, and 3 your podium this evening. Solid race, guys. And thank you for surviving this race because a lot of guys died early. I was making it quite boring at the beginning for a bit, but congratulations one more time. We're going to be at the Canadian Grand Prix next week. Make sure you tune in for Tier 1. I am SF1 Rhodes. This is SF1 Tier 1. We're going to sign out. Hopefully everybody has a great week coming up. Hopefully you had a wonderful weekend. Till next race, we will catch you guys soon. SF1 is signing out. Good night.